This is an intermediate sequence for neck and shoulders. The first pose is Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog, with either the fingers pointing forward or the fingers pointing out, hands turned out 45 degrees. The knuckles are pressing down. From the pressure of the knuckles, lift up to the hips and then move the top of the thighs back. You can lift your heels a couple of times and again move the top of the thighs away from the torso as you do that. And keep your back straight. Don't let the lumbar take the lead in this pose, but work from the pressure of the hands and the thighs moving back. For the second pose, we're gonna lay down with the knees bent and stretch with the arms straight, palms facing forward. We're gonna go back and forth a few times. You're also going to stretch the mat forward so that the skin of the back is going to move towards the buttock, and repeat the arms up and down. Then, keeping one of the arms up, you're going to press with the fingertips on the top of the elbow to straighten the arm even more, and you will alternate. So you will do one arm at the time, applying pressure with the fingertips. The palm is always turned towards the ceiling, and you maintain both sides of the torso equally long, even though you will feel you're stretching the sides with the arms straight. Lengthen the neck, and then repeat the sequence of stretching the arms up and down. See if you have a little bit more mobility in the arms. Then we're going to place one arm in the upward Gomukhasana, which is elbows bent, and you're going to use the other arm to maintain it in place, move it slightly towards the head and slightly towards the wall behind you. And when you change arm, it's the same thing. So you place the hand in between the palms, in between the shoulder blades, and you adjust the elbow closer to the head and pulled up towards the wall behind you. The weight of the head is going to help you elongate their upper arm even more. And again, up and down with the arm, aiming at getting the upper elbow closer to the ground as possible, closer to the floor as much as possible. From this, we're going to move in a version of Anantasana where the head, instead of being forward, is turned upward. So when you place your hand behind your head, your nose is pointing to a corner ahead of you upward. And as you do the pose, you let the upper part of the neck move down towards the lower part, and obviously the side of the neck that is closer to the floor is going to stretch. I'm going to show you on the other side after doing a few more of these arms up and down, so you can appreciate a little bit more mobility in the arm where you've just done Anantasana. So watch as I turn my head upward, and I keep the balance of Anantasana with the fingers of the upper arm in front of me. So it's not a balancing action, it really is aiming at stretching the neck. So the upper part of the neck is moving towards the ground, and the bottom part of the neck is lengthening. And after these two, stretch your arms perpendicular and do a couple of more times. Now, to do this twist, you're going to first turn your arms with the palms up, so you can turn the upper arms from inside out, and then just turn the forearms with the palms down, maintaining the stretch from the center of the chest outward. Keep your legs together, your knees together, as you stack them one on top of the other and go to the right and the left. is are the arms moving away from the center of the chest, are keeping the chest facing upward, and as you twist, maintain the feet stuck one on top of the other and the knees stuck one on top of the other. Moving on, after placing a blanket on the mat, and note that the blanket at the top, the front of the blanket is a little bit away from the mat so that you have the ability to move that blanket without being stuck to the mat. We're going to do this version of Anantasana where the armpit is not close to the ground and therefore creates a part of the upper chest away, and sometimes even the belly away from the floor. So instead, allow the floor to move, the side of the torso to move towards the floor so that you can elongate the sides. So watch again on the other side. The elbow is placed so that you're not on the ground, but with the blanket you have the ability to stretch a little bit, and you're aiming at getting the side of the abdomen and the side of the side ribs as close as possible to the ground, maintaining the armpit up. You're maintaining the balance with the other arm ahead of you, so it's not a balancing pose. And then again, we're going to move into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. So just fold the blanket, place your hands, press strongly with the knuckles down as you go up into downward dog. So from the two bases, the hands and the feet, you're actually elongating the torso. So from the hands pressing down, you're elongating all the way up to the top of the thighs, and then the top of the thighs is moving you back, so lengthening even more the torso. And elongate also the feet from the ball of the foot to the heel. Then standing poses. The first pose is going to be Badangulyasana, and the thumbs in Badangulyasana are touching and pressing. So you're going to go up in Badangulyasana with the arms straight, and then elongate the arms even more to stretch up in line with the ears. Now the t-shirt that I'm wearing doesn't help, but it's kind of rigid, so it looks like I'm moving everything forward, but the reality is that you are in Tadasana, so the heels need to press down, the weight is on the heels, and you are lengthening the back but also the front of the body. So from the pubic bone to the navel, navel to the sternum, as you stretch the arms up. And then Urvastasana, same thing. From the outer side of the feet now, you lengthen all the way to the fingertips. So outer side of the feet, all the way through the sides of the torso and up to the fingertips. The feet are together in Tadasana. And then the next pose, we're going to use the belt. And the belt is from, the size of the belt is really from armpit to armpit above the breast. And you're placing your wrists into the belt and maintaining Tadasana. You're going to stretch the arms up, maintaining the pressure on the belt. Once the arms are up, press your outer side of the feet down as you stretch your fingers higher and higher. And this is shown from the front, same thing. So keep on pressing the wrists against the belt and use your hands stretching upward to stretch the entire arm, not just the part that is touching the belt. Now we're going to do the same thing with the arms. Well, not the same thing. The arms are behind, and you will have your thumb on the top of the buttocks, the fingers stretched forward, and as you roll the upper arms from inside out, press the top of the buttocks down and lift the front of the body. Thighs are back. Now, maintaining the upper arms rolling towards each other, stretch your arms behind you. And that should open the chest. Keep your head floating. One more time. You're going to descend the buttocks down, stretch your fingers forward, and then roll the upper arms before stretching the arms and pressing the wrists to the belt. And you can try to lift the arms away from your back. But the shoulders needs to be back, so the upper arm needs to be turned from inside out. Now we're going to open the belt more and hold it with the thumbs. Maintaining the arm straight, we're going to go forward and then back again. The arms are straight. Now, to be able to maintain the arm straight, when you reach the top, you need to open the chest even more. Use the breath as you do the pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms behind you, straight. And then again, upward and forward. Do it a few times. You can keep the belt quite wide if at the beginning it's hard.